Hey friends, I want to encourage you tonight. I am in Galatians chapter 2 and verse 20, and it says, I've been crucified with Christ. In him I have shared his crucifixion. It is no longer I who live, but Christ the Messiah lives in me. And the life I now live in the body, I live by faith and trust in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself up for me. So, then it goes down to verse 21, and Paul's talking about how he does not set aside or frustrate or nullify the grace of God. For if justification, righteousness, which is, righteousness can be anything good that we do. That righteousness, that good deed that we do, has to be based on Jesus doing his good deeds through us. We can't depend on flesh. We can't depend on our will to carry out the things and purposes of God. We need to know that we have died with Christ. We've been buried with Christ, and it is him that lives in us and quickens us to be able to carry out good deeds. And I don't know about you, but that takes a load of pressure off of me. So many times I see areas in my life that I want to change. I'll see sin areas in my soul or in my body, and I know very clearly that that's not what the Lord wants for me. He wants to bring his resurrection life to that area. But the moment I start worshiping my will and depending on my will to carry out the good deed, I'm telling you, an evil frustration overtakes me. Because those that depend on the law, on your own ability, on your own strength, on your own willpower to get something done, you are doomed to fail. You are doomed for disappointment. And that is why Jesus came. Because he knew we could never keep the law perfectly. We could never carry out his commands perfectly. Only he. Jesus is the one that lives in us. If you believe in him, he is the one that lives in you. He quickens you. And it's just turning inward and saying, Lord, in and of myself, I can't love this person. I have no compassion for this person apart from you. But Jesus, you are the God of the universe. You are the God of all love and all power. And I'm depending and leaning on you to love this person through me. Now that is grace, and that is amazing. And God gets the glory and the power for doing the good work, the good deeds. He's called us to participate with him, and he gets the glory, not ourselves. So take the load and the pressure off of yourself, tune into Jesus, and let him live through you. Let him love through you. Let him heal people through you. Let him do whatever good work you're longing for him to do. Let him do it through you. Don't depend on yourself, because you will be disappointed every time, because we are flesh, but in this earthen vessel, the Lord God Almighty dwells. So be encouraged tonight. Jesus lives in you. Love you guys.